I need to get my fucking life together. I need to fucking cut my hair or start a Black Sabbath cover band. I think those are my choices in life right now. And cut my hair, just get a job at a used bookstore. So I can't go into used bookstores without people assuming that I work there. It's funny, right? Funny thing about that joke, I didn't write it, you guys. I lived it. It's a little bit different. It's less pen and paper. More just people shouting at you about Salman Rushdie on your day off. You're just trying to sneak in, get a copy of 50 Shades of Grey, all right? I want it used. I'm not going to pay the full cover price for that, all right? I'm going to pay cash. I'm going to refuse the receipt. Get it on the download the way you're supposed to get your erotica, all right? No tabs to clear, no history to delete. You just take your dirty book, you put it in a dirty bag, you do your dirty business, and when you're done, you dig a hole in your backyard and you call it a day. Instead of that, I'm just explaining to some 14-year-old kid what a fatwa is, and it's a fucking bummer. I mean, a fatwa is not, I mean, I would be bummed if someone called one on me, but that's not the point. The point is I should be on a cable TV show about hipsters mining for gold in Alaska, ironically. That's the point. I'm single. I know. That's a shocker, right? It's a shocker. Single, ready to suicide Ingle, right, ladies? Yeah. Lock this down. As of last week, I'm single for the first time in 4 years, which is, it's not a bad experience. It's just weird. It's strange. I feel like that maybe this is the closest a human being can get to being like released from the Disney vault. Like I'm available for a limited time, you guys. I'm available, small quantities. Actually, I'll probably be available for a while, and there are large quantities of me. That's obvious. You guys were in a video store, Disney Vault, DVDs. It's funny. All right. Bailing out of a bit. There we go, you guys. I am a hipster. I have opinions about coffee. I'm that kind of asshole. I'm like, Kenya, no thank you. That's my opinion about coffee and long distance runners. It holds true for both. I went to a coffee shop where they don't make pots of coffee. They don't make like enough coffee for everybody all at once, so nobody has to wait in line for coffee. They make coffee 1 cup at a time. Because apparently the Industrial Revolution was bullshit. It had to happen. So I'm there, I'm waiting for my cup of coffee. I'm waiting. Until finally, you guys, I'm the second person in line. Yes, I'm technically still waiting, but that's where the story picks up again. I'm second person in line. There's one person in front of me. He's ordering his coffee. He decides it's going to be an ideal time for him to have a mental breakdown. And look, I get it. No one decides they're going to have mental breakdowns. I get that. But like, he rolled the dice of life and it popped up mental breakdown, snake eyes, and he just starts screaming at the fucking barista. He's losing at this barista. Like, there's any reason to scream at a barista. Like, anyone cares about the screaming guy and his coffee. Like, someone in the cafe is going to be like, hey, get the screaming guy some coffee, because maybe he'll tire himself out with the screaming, all right? Then he'll need coffee. Just get... No one's doing that, all right? We're in a fucking fancy coffee shop. No one is even making eye contact with the guy. We're all trying to look at anything but the screaming guy. I don't know, I guess our parents never played peekaboo with us. We don't understand object permanence. We're just like, if I don't look at him, he goes away. Right? He'll just disappear. And it works. He's so mad that nobody cares about him screaming about his coffee. He does this like toddler power walk-off pout that's just like you're just propelling yourself with your knees and your elbows, just this real like like he's leading a marching band or something. And he storms out, he's almost out. He's holding steady at the door. He is neither inside the coffee shop nor is he outside of the coffee shop. He's the Schrodinger's cat at the goddamn coffee shop, you guys. And he's just standing there, as if he's thinking to himself, did I scream all the things I want to scream? I feel like I still have more things to scream. Do I have more things to scream? And then he just screams, that's 5 minutes of my life I'm never getting back! I'm like, yeah, dude, that is 5 minutes of your life that you're never getting back. Because there are no minutes in your life you're ever getting back. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. I hope you understand that it's life. It's not T-Mobile. There are no rollover minutes in life, you guys. It doesn't work like that. You just die. It just ends. like this joke, there's no big punchline. I just remind you guys that we're all gonna die. And try to change the subject as quickly as possible. You guys ever notice how Asperger's makes your pee smell weird? I have battled depression my entire adult life, and I say battled because that's the word that people use. Like, that's not an accurate description of what I've been doing. There are no crossbows, there's no swords. I'm not on like a field just looking up to a hill being like, "Depression, come out and face me like a man!" If you want to be accurate, I guess you'd say, like, I've spent my adult life ignoring depression on the hopes that it'll go away on its own. Like, that's the accurate description of what I've been doing. Until recently, I'm trying to get it together, you guys. I've talked to a doctor about things that I can do to fight depression. And I don't know if you guys know this. Everything you can do to fight depression sounds like the most depressing thing you can do with yourself. My doctor recently told me, he's like, "Kevin, have you tried practicing smiling?" I was like, "Doctor, I just want to double check that I asked you for ways to fight depression and not ways to hide the fact that I'm a serial killer for my friends and family." I feel like that's more serial killers. "No, Kevin, come on, stop joking. You just wake up every morning, you look in the mirror, and you just practice smiling for 5 minutes. Just try it." And I did try it, and the fucking depressing thing, it works. I don't know if it's the placebo effect or whatever, but it fucking works. You just wake up every morning, you just look in the mirror, and you practice smiling for 5 minutes, and then you follow it up by 5 minutes of practicing holding the gun in your mouth, and you're good to go. Hey, thank you guys. I've been Kevin O'Shea. It was so much fun.
Give me up for Kevin, everyone.